Hi, fourth graders. Today we're going to continue working on a narrative story titled 3 Wishes. So yesterday I've been sharing with you guys my story that I've been coming up with so far, and yesterday we focused on just the introduction, kind of coming up with a setting, coming up with a place, and introducing our characters for our story. Today we're focusing on the first event that happens in our story, and so what I have for you is I have more of my story that I have written. So remember, you guys can use mine as kind of a guideline to help inspire you, or you can go any direction that you choose, as long as it is staying true to the title 3 Wishes in one way or in another, okay? So, my story so far, yesterday, the setting, the very beginning of the story, we learned that the point of view is first person. It's coming from me directly. It's not me telling about other stories or or anything else. This is me in the story coming from my eyes, my perspective, okay? And the setting was so far at my parents' house, and I was getting to meet my family after a couple of years coming out of a pandemic. And me and my brothers decided to go on a run. So this is our first event. The event that you're going to be reading about is us running into a forest and meeting a powerful and magical tree. Okay, so this is my next event. This is my next piece of the story, okay? So first, we decided to run to our favorite park when we were younger, but to our surprise, it was covered in thick forest. It must have grown over the past few years. We decided to explore. Let's go this way, Chris insisted. No, let's walk toward the sun so we don't get lost, Jason protested. We couldn't seem to agree on anything. The arguing quickly halted when we suddenly heard a booming voice commanding us to stop. We froze quicker than a raindrop turning into snow. Not just because the voice startled us, but because the voice was coming from a gigantic, colorful tree. It proclaimed it was powerful beyond measure and wanted to give us an offer we couldn't refuse. But I will turn you all into chickens if you don't quit that cackling. My mind started running 1,000,000 miles an hour. What's the offer? Chris demanded. I, powerful, almighty tree of the hidden leaves, am granting you 3 wishes. So, not very long, but just my next event that I decided is us going on a run. We were going to run into this mysterious, crazy character that's going to be granting us 3 wishes. So I bet you can imagine that my events that are going to be coming next are us going to be going over what we want our wishes to happen, and we're going to be running into a problem here pretty soon. But that's my first event in the story. So yesterday, I set up the story, I gave the setting, I gave the characters, and I described what was happening and who was in the story, and then this was my first event. We're in this forest, and we ran into this crazy thing. And so I'm going to show you my writing in case you want to take a look at it for any inspiration. There's 2 pages. So I put in purple from yesterday my beginning of the story. What's in orange? This is the so this is the beginning. This is everything that's in the middle. Everything that's in the middle is going to be in orange. So this is the first little part of it. And even the next page. Okay, so this is my story so far. So yesterday you should have written just the beginning of your story. Today I want you to write your first event that happens, about a paragraph explaining what's going on in the story. If you want, what makes it also really powerful is if there's people talking. I had people talking in my story, so I want you to challenge you to have somebody talking in your story, okay? All right, get going.